Hogwarts Castle and epic extensions. Extension Build 2. Bag 8. Hello and welcome to Square Ghost, and here we are with the beginning of part 86. And before I start, I will say a little word here that I meant to say at the end of the last video. We will be going back to part 85 once all these plates are on and double plated. We will be doing all these rocks and all these, you know, the little bits of these build-ups. I'm not forgetting them. I am going to put them on all the way around. I want this plate, this entire island, if you like, to be stabilized. That's why we've jumped to part 8, if you like, and then we will re-go back to part 7 later. Now, as you can see, or I hope you can see, our first plate is on. It is a 6 by 12 and it's fitted on quite nicely. I've checked in the plans, there's definitely a gap between that and that. We go down by 5 and then we'll see where we go after that. But I just wanted to show you the first plate, the state of play, and just to tell you we would be coming back for the decorations later. Right, let's get plating. So I hope you can see we've got our first 13 plates on and everything looks pretty good. Hope I'm not going too fast. At first down here I thought it was a bit tight for the last 2 plates, but it just moved over and everything slotted in right. Now Kev never does nothing easy and neither does nothing right, does he? I managed to put, when I went down with the first row of plates, I managed to put these 3 up. Complete and utter disaster. I'd put all them plates down. I'd put most of them plates down up to about here and then suddenly realised my mistake. Point being, again, I don't say this enough to every one of you builders out there, please study your plans, because if I'd have looked at the plans correctly, I wouldn't have had the problem. It shows you perfectly well where this plate here has got to go. You can't force studs down like it is there, and it tells you where to go. You've got your gap, everything goes down, you've got your 2 at the bottom, these follow on all the way down and they finish off where they're supposed to finish, with 2 gaps at the end there, as you can see, 2 down. So please don't do what Kev did, follow your plans. Right, let's go for our next row and see what happens next. Well, ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls and fellow ghosties, the first row of plates is on and I am absolutely ecstatic and surprised. Now you'd say, why Kev, why am you surprised? It's a set, it's supposed to go together. For some unknown reason I really thought I would have some real problems with these plates, but if I'm honest, they've clicked on, they've pressed down. There's nothing that really that I can say is sticking up and I've got problems. Some corners you can press down because there's nothing underneath, but others there is, so it just depends where it is on the layout. But if you look, even though there it's down, the whole plate is down. Now let's see what happens next, because we'll follow the plans, but I know in a little while we double plate it. In other words, there's another lot of plates going on top of these plates. So I'll be back, we'll see what's next up though first before we do that. So you can see I'm back again. We completely plated the base, as you've seen. We've managed to get that piece on there, which I thought we'd have immense trouble with, but it's gone on okay. Could have been a lot worse than that. Maybe a little bit up just there, if I can get it in focus. but it's okay. I'm not moaning about that. So all the plates, all the sides on. Now, we started with a strip. My finger's getting it out of focus all the way down the side, which is fine. Then we had big, I think they're 6x16s, straight down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14s. 6x14s. And they went on okay. I was a bit skeptical, but you had to take your, take your breath in and push. And then I think comes the real test, because now we've got these plates going sideways. There's 3 lots and then a few to finish, and there is the first row. They actually push down pretty nicely. You can see the edges just on the other board, but I'm not worried about that whatsoever. It is fine. To me, that is absolutely fine. We're going to be able to build on with that, no problems at all. I'm really, really chuffed. So now, let's see if we can get them all on with no problems. And as you can see, I am back. Yes, part 8 is 2/3 of the way done. But the good news is this. The plating is now complete. Both sets are on. It is 99% down. I'm going to show you where it is after. But you can see it's nice, it's flat, it's pushed down, it's brought everything together. I'm really, really happy with how it goes. And the only part, as you can see, is here. It will push down, but it doesn't hold. So there's nothing underneath to hold that. Basically, there's no brick. So hopefully we will span that piece later, which I think we will. You can see there that needs pushing down as well, just so as we go to the plate. But on the whole, I am very, very happy. Everything except for that little piece there is there. I'm sure that'll marry up when we get down to it. Now we're going to put things on the plate. I'm going to call her a night for me tonight, and then come back tomorrow to finish off bag 8. But you can see, look at that, absolutely stunning. I'm quite chuffed. And there you go. That is the end of part 86, or for the set itself, bag 8. And yes, it's been, well, you know what I mean, a monumental build, because all the flat plates underneath went on, absolutely brilliant, no problems. Second lot of plates have gone on top. We've still got that one that just sticks up, but other than that, everything's fine. And then to finish off this part of the build, we put in our first bit of big brick, 2x6s, 4 of them. So that's like an outskirts, isn't it? And then these green pieces here with the long lines of brown are definitely going to be the greenhouses. Well, that's where the greenhouses would go. I mean, we've got one bag left, which is bag 9, which I think completes roughly the greenhouse area. And then you know what I'm going to say, bags 10, 11 and 12 are missing, so I think it's 18 and 19 in that area. So we're going to have to source parts, find parts, see what we've got in spares. I think we've got quite a few spares. I think it's just the clear bricks for the greenhouses that I think we're really going to have to source. Plus there's a dome part for a little domed area, I think, that goes to the back, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Like I say, all this has gone on absolutely great. Look, no, nothing sticking up, nothing going down, and we are ready to, crack on with bag 9. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. I know they've run a little bit longer in some places than others. If you have, please give us a thumbs up, hit that like button for me, always good for me and the channel. And if you would like to follow us next time on whatever we will be building at that point, then all you have to do is click on that subscribe button. Also, like I say, normally, don't be frightened to drop a few comments in the box. We always love a comment, what you actually think of this set. And anybody who has watched this, like I say, and will continue to say, any of my videos, including this one, thank you very, very much for watching. And I do hope we will see you all back here again at Square Ghost. You know the score, you know the drill. My name's Kev, I am Square Ghost, and I'll see you all on the flip side.